What are we waiting for? What did Alan?
But
Oh, I didn't have. Sorry, what was I looking for?
But I do have an Amish story.
What's the Amish story? Well, Alan pulls up the
Amish story
gooch
is
elbow.
A couple of years ago, I went back to Minnesota. My aunt, she sold back in parts of Minnesota to become Amish communities, real Amish communities.
Yeah.
And she sold sold a farm to the Amish, and then she became friends with them. And then when I went into this Amish house, in the middle of the winter too, like it was like that middle was like mid to late November, and it's already cold already. And walk in this house, and you just see this stuff, and it's like, wow, they have really nice furniture.
Oh, they make furniture. Right?
Yeah, there you go.
They craft furniture,
and they have the radiant heat, and so the heat is
comes up from
very comfortable, really room temperature comfortable, and so then I'm trying to look at things that can you have that?
We're gonna watch this, even though they probably don't have painted nails. Okay,
you never know.
You never know.
They might.
They might. That's why I don't watch male MMA. I don't watch MMA fighters unless their nails are painted, boy or man or woman.
What about so? What's the difference between MMA and the UFC?
MMA is the sport. UFC is the league.
It's like what's the
football
difference between
NFL.
Football and NFL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good explanation, Alan.
Top position to end the round. A few 12-6 elbows.
Oh,
Boom.
wow.
See, that was after the end of the round too.
Oh, wow.
It was right in there. Just
That made Macho Man Randy Savage roll over in his grave, brother.
Man.
Yeah, so she said that she was pretty injured from that for several weeks.
Gosh. How much that cost, you think?
She
there was
said
no fine, right?
no, there was no fine.
No, if you.
So the fighter said she's not happy with her opponent, Gillian Robertson, after those 12-6 strikes to the taint. She limped out of the cage and still can't sit down comfortably. And 12-6 elbows had been illegal since the dawn of MMA, a relic of a rule that exists because commission heads watch too many board-breaking demonstrations.
What is a 12-6 elbow?
So you're bringing your elbow from 12 o'clock straight down to 6 o'clock.
Okay.
So you can do things like side, lateral. That's okay. You can go up, but generally down or up to down was illegal.
Because there's
a lot more force with it. Yeah.
Mm.
Well, that's like they just said, a relic of the rule exists because commission's heads had seen too many board-breaking demonstrations.
The power team.
Yeah.
Remember the power team? Have you ever been when we talk about the power team? These Jesus guys that used to use the power,
weightlift for God.
Weightlift for God.
Oh,
the power of God to break through boards and stuff.
Rip phone books with their bare hands and be like, Jesus!
Jesus delivered my steroids.
But it'd be like Harry Potter books they're ripping and shit like that.
Highlights.
Did anybody bring
magazines.
wine?
I don't think anybody brought wine. They should have, though. Remember, they
Took that gallon of piss and turned it into wine?
I guess that would be a Zinfandel, huh?
Absolutely.
Let's see here. So, that elbow to the gooch. You never see that in men's MMA, right?
No, definitely
elbow to
not.
the goocher.
Wow.
It's just kind of guy code, I guess, right? Although John Jones would probably do it.
You're
like,
not,
fuck you, I don't care. I'm going to dominate you in every way.
Yeah.
So is Conor McGregor, is he finally done, or is he still a thing, or is this his name?
Oh, he's still fighting, but
unfortunately, it's not in the UFC ring. It's legal battles. It's
civil charges for
he was just
convicted
of SA, as the kids say on YouTube these days.
What's that saying? Yeah, I'm old and don't know nothing.
See, nowadays you have to use coded language on the internet if you want to talk about taboo things. So somebody who has committed a crime of a nature to somebody,
a Bill Cosby crime, we'll say.
Yeah. So they abbreviate by saying SA, and people who are into like underage people are referred to as PDF files.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
It's really interesting, and it's like, come on, just say it.
And then a lot of times I'll see YouTubers say schmex, and just disguise other
They'll sell
words.
sex like or sell sex. They'll spell sex like eggs, segs.
Or they'll say droogs. Sometimes they'll say droogs.
Yeah.
Just all these things so that it's more so like algorithms don't ruin their presentation like it has done to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're basically your podcast still gets like
pushed
by YouTube.
Ah.
The more stuff there is that you can't say in an office, right?
Right.
Probably.
Basically, yeah.
The more YouTube does not like putting your stuff up there.
Gotcha.
And a lot of YouTube videos, it's so funny too. They like the stuff I watch that are breakdowns. Every episode they're mentioning, look, we can't do this because of YouTube, but demonetization. So it's a big thing. We used to make millions, right, Alan?
Yep,
Before-
lost it all on a meme coin. on Hop to a coin.
To a girl. Or meme coin.
Can you believe that something like that just blows my mind how something like that can just go so far out there. Viral. And it's like the first, the gal who that got Karened on the very first thing that happened, she said something mean on the airplane that was recorded.
Oh.
And by the time she landed in Australia, all the shit hit the fan where she was just like, banned from work and da-da-da-da.
Well, did you hear about the Burger King guy? Do you still have that clip, Ellen, where the guy asks for a cup of water and they ban him before he lands?
Oh, no.
Oh, gotcha. If you can't find it, it's okay, Alan. But yeah, there was a guy who was on an airplane. He was wearing a Burger King hat. And he asked for a glass of water, please.
I don't think this is the one.
Okay, yeah,
There's a couple of them that
it's hard to
I
tell
think
which
it could
file.
be it. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you're right. If something happens online, it can go around the world, and then by the time your plane's landing, your life is ruined, right?
Yeah, it's like just weird.
Alan was, we were talking about this before the show. I had an email to send for business purposes, and I was like, just those intrusive thoughts that they talk about, like the worst shit that you could do that would totally throw everything out of whack.
Right.
I was like, what if I just send dick pics to this email? And just my asshole.
Yeah, whatever happened to that? Did that stop? Remember Brett Favre was famous for that, and now they all that's cooled down.
Think so. I'm sure people still do it, but
I came home from work the other day and I was depressed for some reason, and I put the Family Guy on, a little mini marathon, and I tell you what, every episode there's a spot in there where I just absolutely laugh out loud because they did something about that. There are people who, what could happen is about Chris sending a dick pic to a girl, and he had to go through
gets to that old guy,
the pervert school, and that's the guy who Quagmire's leader of the group. It was group therapy, and Quagmire's holding it up. But yeah, what could go wrong if you had all of a sudden your sexual sexually page ends up on the internet, and it had about a 2-minute deal of all the people, all the celebrities that are on the internet for that reason.
Well, and that's the thing too, is that if you're a celebrity, oh man, you're like a beacon or a lightning rod for all this energy that people put out in celebrity worship that translates into celebrity hate.